Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. We have not one, not two, but three systems to talk about. And you're looking right now at a tweet that I received from Derek Smith from Manila. He calls it Manila, America. This is recorded, by the way, Sunday, January 17th. I'm recording it about 7:23 up here in northeastern Arkansas. How about that? You see that? As we expected, some snowflakes, little to no accumulation, but just to show you it's beginning. And boy, we have some very cold air coming. This is high resolution short-term modeling here. It only goes out to about 15 hours, but you can see this area. It's a little more extensive over here. It never does a perfect job, but you see this. If you've been watching me on Facebook or on the air, this is not how we get our big snows. This is an Arctic front coming through, moisture starved. The bigger story is going to be the very cold air behind it for Monday. But and it's nothing we haven't experienced already. It's just going to be noticeable compared to where we were last week. But you see this moves into central Arkansas tonight. There's going to be some flurries around. Here's the 32-degree line at 11 o'clock. Midnight, you see some flurries coming through northern Arkansas, maybe a few light snow showers. That's, let's see, that's at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. and it's really fizzling out as it moves into east central Arkansas. So as we've been telling you, it's this northern and central and eastern portion of the state right in here that I think has the chance for seeing some light snow flurries, snow showers tonight. Dusting, I think, in some locations, spotty areas that could get a dusting, and maybe a little bit more across the higher elevations. Not a big deal. The bigger story is going to be the cold for tomorrow morning. So as this Arctic high pressure settles in, this is the GFS model. And this is, again, let's go through the 6-hour period from midnight to 6 a.m. on Monday. It's got that area. You see that? Very light snow, snow flurries, snow showers. And then you look at the next 6 hours, watch. Gone. So it's just an overnight, early morning kind of thing. 32-degree line is in red. The 35-degree line is in blue. It's going to be cold Monday. Now this is Tuesday morning. Here's a storm system. This is Tuesday at noon. The 32-degree line is in northern Arkansas. Here comes some precipitation, area of low pressure. This circle, this black circle, labeled 1016 in millibars. That's an area of low pressure here at the surface. You see southerly winds, southeasterly winds picking up here at the surface, pushing those freezing temperatures back towards the north. That's the Arctic high retreating back towards the east. So we moderate with the temperatures, and this looks like it's going to be mostly rain. This is late Tuesday. More likely Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. However, with that said, there may be some areas here in far northern Arkansas where it could start out as a little sleet or snow mix and then go right over to rain. So again, primarily you see there rain. It's going to be a little more icy to snowy further towards the north. That moves through. That's Wednesday morning. The area of low pressure up here, the front here, and all the moisture gets out of here early Wednesday morning. The storm system that I'm really going to watch. Look at this already developing. This is late Wednesday, rather, in the panhandle of Oklahoma. This will be a stronger area of low pressure according to the models, and there may be a little bit more colder air for this to work with, especially on the back side of it. It may get wound up. 35-degree line there, so a cold rain Thursday morning, but then it moderates, and the placement of this low is critical. I haven't looked at the temperature profile with the GFS just yet, but you see the track of this low. If it's further towards the north, we're talking about rain, thunderstorms, especially along and south of that track, but towards the north, a cold rain. You see the 32-degree line on the backside. Remember, it has a counterclockwise circulation, so it starts to draw in that sub-freezing air on the backside, and where that cold air and that moisture mix, there's that snowfall. That's Thursday morning and into the early afternoon. So it looks like it's going to be raining here, and again, we'll have to watch the track of that low, but on the backside of it, that cold air comes in, and late Thursday, there could be a changeover to some wintry weather on the backside. Late Thursday night, and into early Friday morning, you see it has some sleet, snow, especially for the northern half of the state. This, again, we're talking about something that is several days away, but on the backside of that surface low, there is the potential, especially I-40 northward, to see in some. Maybe some accumulating snows. Stay tuned. That quickly moves off towards the east Friday morning, and we're going to get some very cold air back in here on Friday, and then it should moderate for the weekend. One thing I want to show you, the Arctic Oscillation Index from the Global Forecasting System, the GFS. I think I've explained this before, where this is the neutral line, the zero line right here, okay? when the AO, the Arctic Oscillation, is in the positive, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You see January 9th, January 11th, all the way out here. This is where it's verified, this blue line. It's been negative. We've had these bouts of cold air. In December, it was well positive, which correlated well with the mild air. So here we are way down in here. That's why we're getting this cold air in here now. Notice how it's been creeping. It's going to creep up towards neutral. Several past runs in all these open circles here. These are past runs of the model, okay? And notice how all these past runs of this computer model have been taking it back into the positive. But lately, what the models have been doing is it takes it up towards neutral, but not so much into the positive. So it may get to neutral, maybe a touch above, maybe to neutral, and then it starts to fall off again. So it appears this is not going to where we were in December with the mild weather. This is going to head up towards neutral and then possibly start to tank again as we get some more bouts of cold air. So if you watch this Arctic Oscillation, you've been seeing the forecast for it to creep up into the positive. That's when the storm track lifts towards the north. When it's negative, the storm track comes to the south, allows that cold air to come in from the polar regions and dive south into the lower latitudes. And when it goes positive like this, that's when you start to see it retreat warm air, and usually get some big rainmakers involved with that when you see a sudden rise with that. So I just want everybody to be cautious that this may not be as positive as some of the earlier computer model runs have indicated, and I'm not allowed to show the European here, but it does something very similar. So again, not one, not two, but 3 storm systems to talk about. The one tonight, not much at all. I'm looking here. I'm at 43 degrees still. It's in the 20s up in northern Arkansas. That cold air is still yet to come into the metro at this hour. But you got the flurries, snow showers tonight, fizzling out as they move into central Arkansas, dusting at best in spots. Not everybody gets it. There will be some people happy, some people that will be sad, and it won't be that much. So maybe the higher elevations in northern Arkansas is just a touch more, just a little bit. This is not how we get our big snows. Wednesday, more likely Tuesday night and Wednesday morning, could start off as a little sleet snow in northern Arkansas. They go quickly over to rainfall, and then those temperatures jump up again on Thursday. Depending upon the track of that low, they could go well into the 50s to near 60. We get rain, and then that low passes by, and then on the backside, it pulls that cold air back in. We'll see if we can get some moisture involved with that. All right, I've talked long enough. Thank you so much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.